Hello everybody, my name is Richard Vigorelli and I am your guide for everything Chinese medicine. And I set it up so us Westerners can understand. Now, I had one of my viewers ask me for a video on acne. Seems they're dealing with it pretty heavily. And I'm pretty sure that if one person is, a lot of people are, because that's just how things work. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about acne. Especially the Chinese medical interpretation of it. Now, first of all, let's talk about what Western medicine says. Basically, acne is just a skin infection. Typically, it's something that comes from a little bacteria called staph. It's called staph because the way the bacterial cells link up, they link up in long chains, and it looks like a, well, staph. So, the deal with that is it's what is referred to as an opportunistic infection. Staph actually lives on your skin. It's one of your first lines of defense. It's a symbiotic bacteria. Everybody's got it. If you want to kill it, you'll get worse infections, I promise. What happens is the staph will enter in through a little break in the skin. It could be just large enough for a cell to get through, and then it spreads. Creates up a little new colony, and you get a zit. That's one. Two, your pore becomes clogged with dirt or oil that your body naturally produces, and the staph begins to feed on that. As it grows in the pore, it breaks the pore open, gets into the bloodstream, and now you have a zit. Are they serious? No, not really. Unless it's being caused by something else entirely. And then, yeah, you need some help. Now, the way Western medicine will usually treat acne is topically. Typically, if you go to a Western dermatologist, they're not going to give you anything internal that is going to take care of acne. Chinese medicine, on the other hand, says something completely different. Typically with Chinese medicine, acne is a damp heat condition, especially if you got the whitehead type, where you run your finger over the top of it, it goes, and stuff comes out. Usually some kind of milky or amber colored fluid, and then blood, and then alternating amber and blood. That's usually damp heat. If you open it up and straight blood comes out, then you have full heat. By the way, those ones are usually kind of painful. Now, here's the thing. Full heat versus damp heat. If you have a full heat condition, and you have acne from that, honestly, the acne is the least of your worries, because by the time you have things on your face or your body that you open up and blood just gushes out, you usually have a full-blown infection in your body, and it's gotten pretty deep and you need to seek help. It's not exactly cosmetic at this point. It's more, you're gonna die type of thing. Okay? So typically acne is gonna be damp heat. It's not that serious. It's uncomfortable. It's annoying. It destroys your self-confidence many times, but not that big. But it's not life-threatening. Destroy your ego, though. So, how exactly do you get the damp heat that will cause acne? Well, it's usually diet will cause that. Could be anything from lunch meat to pizza to burgers to soda. You name it. A lot of people will say, well, I have a perfectly clean diet. I eat mostly salads. Aha, there's the problem. You see, damp heat will come out of food that is difficult to digest. Our bodies are much better because of what our ancestors did a few thousand years ago. They started applying their food to fire and cooking it. They our gut bacteria changed, and so did our regular digestive processes. So raw food is not necessarily going to be easy to digest. The way you make it easier to digest is you chew it a lot. That will help. Now, there are also individuals that just have the genes that are going to make their skin prone to breakouts. For these people, you're going to need a dermatologist. You're going to need regular treatments of acupuncture, herbs, so forth, in order to get your internal chemistry and internal organs to behave themselves. That way you're not only digesting your food, but the stuff that you're actually getting from the food is being used properly. If you also notice, a lot of people with severe acne also, they tend to be extremely underweight or extremely overweight. Let me go into that. Overweight people suffer from dampness and damp heat, especially if they have acne. It's just kind of pit and parcel with it. The extremely underweight people, on the other hand, that have the severe acne scars and so forth, will have a very difficult time retaining the food because they have more of a full heat condition. But Richard, you said full heat was a danger of health. Yeah, it can be, but it also depends on where it is. If it's full heat in the stomach, that just means they're digesting their food way too freaking fast, and we need to cool the stomach off. Yes, I do have herbs for that. So it depends on the individual. It depends on a number of factors as to what is causing the acne and what can be done to treat the acne. And believe it or not, cold, such as winter, can also contribute to it. How this happens is you get little breaks in the skin from the skin drying out from the cold, and you touch your face when you start to thaw out, or you're doing this, trying to keep warm, and you break the skin, and the bacteria that's living on your skin enters into the wound. It's a very, very small wound, mind you, but it is enough to, well, get a foot in the door, so to speak. So I know that this hasn't exactly been the clearest video I've ever done, especially with acne, as it's actually kind of an involved topic. So if you have any further questions, please feel free to drop by my website at vigintmed.com. That's vigorelli-integrated-medicine.com. You can reach me there. You can also leave a comment in the towel section. Give us a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. So that's about all I've got for you right now. I'll be back, most likely after the holidays, with something else. But until then, you take care and stay healthy.